All right, all right. We are at 6:35. I'm gonna go ahead and welcome you all who are here online and on time. We appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our final session for this summer for the virtual hospitality and travel youth boot camp. Today should be a very exciting evening. We get a chance to view your presentations this evening. I hope you guys are all prepared and ready. Um, just before we go into that, let me stop sharing that one. I wanted to just go over very briefly some of the things there we go. Some of the things we're going to look for as you guys present this evening. As you see, we have a rubric that we use. And the categories here, we definitely are looking for your overall presentation. We want to make sure that you guys put some effort into it, right? That you're familiar with your material, that you guys are looking comfortable, and we are also checking for your level of enthusiasm. We want you guys to feel excited about what your topic is, what you decided to present on. Definitely communicate that to us, right? When you're presenting, make sure that you have the audience in mind. We want to also determine how prepared you guys are. We've talked about this presentation from the very beginning, right? So you guys had lots and lots of time. We want to make sure that it looks practiced, rehearsed, right? Not something that, hold on, let's go ahead and not something that you just, did within a few minutes. We want to make sure that you guys were able to go over your presentation and your material, the level of how clearly your presentation is, the content, whether or not it's actually related to the assignment or to the topic, and the time limit, right? Each project has its set time limit, and we want to make sure that you guys honor that, right? That's a part of the overall presentation, is being aware of your time and using your time wisely. So that's just a short little summary of what we're looking for on our end. Chef Trey, if you're there, if you have anything else that you want to add before we go ahead and move forward on tonight's presentations.
Well, not exactly sure. Oh, there I am. I was like, why is my face not coming up in this camera? Other thing I want to say is just enjoy yourself, have fun, and I'm looking forward to each one of you knocking it out of the park and have excellent presentations. So let's go.
All right, see, I'm getting my notes ready. I like to take notes. So you guys had a choice. Either you were doing the vacation itinerary or you were creating a video of you preparing a very short recipe. Hold on, let me just let her in. So before you present, make sure, even though we've been together for all these weeks, make sure you introduce yourself. Let us know which project you decided to do, and then go ahead and move forward on with your presentation. Remember all the things I just talked about, right? Make sure you're hitting all those points to make sure that your presentation is great. And with that being said, do we have any volunteers? Anyone who would like to go first? No problem, Shania.
Does anybody need any screen sharing options?
Aha, good question. Yes, that too.
Looks like Megan
Megan, I
raised her
saw you.
hand to go first. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jazz. I just
Awesome.
saw her
No
raise her
worries.
hand when I was talking.
All right, Megan, yes, absolutely. Thank you for volunteering to go first. That was a good point that Chef Dre made, though. Do you need sharing right?
Yeah, I don't think I can't find where, no, I think I need the permissions, please.
All right,
Okay, yes.
Now you should be able to share your screen.
Yes,
awesome.
thank you. Mm, Sorry, just give me one second.
Sure.
That's no problem. We know you guys need time to set up and get your screens ready if you're sharing. That won't have any impact on final scores. We know this lovely technology part of it. So
Yeah.
don't worry. When you're ready, just let us know.
I think it should be this one. Oh, no, that's not. It's, should be this. Is it visible?
Yes, I can see your screen that you're sharing.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
explore Japan. We see it.
Yeah. So for my final project, I decided to do the itinerary. Um, it's like my ideal trip that I would like to go to for Japan. So I planned this trip for my family, which is a family of four, for 2 weeks. It includes 7 fun things, fun options that we could possibly go to. It is
Megan,
kind of pricey. It's $10,000.
hey, Meg,
Um,
quick
yes.
question. You're only sharing the first page of your screen. Did you want to go through each slide?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to hit present.
Um, oh, it's paused.
Yeah, because on our screen, we only saw the very first page.
Oh, okay. It should be there.
All right, you shared your screen, but it's blank.
Like
Okay,
that one? Is that better?
yep, we can see it.
And then is it moving?
There we
Should be moving.
go.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, okay. Good. So, okay, so my project was a perfect trip to, or my ideal trip for Japan. Um, I planned this trip for a family of four for 2 weeks with 7 fun things that we can do, not including like exploring by ourselves or just walking around. It would be $10,000, very expensive, but yeah, it should be fun. And most of the activities are accessible by the Japanese or the Tokyo Metro. So about me, when it comes to trip planning, I give my parents a lot of credit. I never knew about all the time and effort it takes to find fun things to do when we travel while also being safe. Not to mention all the money that it takes. I'm really privileged to be able to travel as much as I can and want to pay that forward and maybe become a travel agent. Using my mom's crazy planning skills, I can maybe someday help others have their perfect vacation filled with fun and thrill. And then that's a picture of me and my brother in, I think it was St. Martin or one of the islands when I went cruising with my family. So for the flight and hotel, it so it would start at JFK Airport in New York City, and then the airport goes to JFK, and then we would be landing in Haneda Airport in Tokyo, which airport code HND, and that's just the picture of the Tokyo Metro system. And the flight is about $5,000, $6,000, so that's like the majority, and that's round trip. So yeah. The hotels. So the first one, the Ikiden Hotel, the cozy hotel, Haneda Airport, that was like I planned that as a like as we get off the flight, we just sleep somewhere for one night and then we go to the Ruana Shibuya hotel. for the rest of the trip. And it's the prices are right there. It's $104 for 4 people for one night, and then it's around $3,000 for people for 12 nights. The itinerary, we start in New York, land in Shibuya, and then from our apartment or hotel in Shibuya, it would be around half an hour to an hour metro to all the places that we can like have the activities in, which is in Shinjuku. And then after we just go straight home. The packing list. So of course, clothes and shoes, enough for 2 weeks. Checking the weather for to make sure we have the right clothes. You know, you don't want to wear like jackets in the summer or something, or you want to have enough clothes if it's cold. Chargers to charge your electronics and stuff, your portables, so that when we're out, when we're out, we can still have enough battery for our phone, stuff like that. Money. So you can bring USD into Japan. There are like exchange currency like places in the hotel. I mean, in the airport. Right now, $1 is equal to about 159 yen. And yen is the currency that's used in Japan. Medicine if you need it, hygiene essentials, soap, hairbrush, toothbrush, things like that. And then I know my family, we end up buying a lot of souvenirs, so I will want to plan to make sure I have enough room to pack all those souvenirs. So yeah. The activities. So these are the top ones that I've chosen that I find that really interesting. There's live mochi pounding, and all of these prices are for 4 people. So yeah, it's multiplied by 4 so that we can like my whole family can enjoy. There's live mochi pounding, there's kimono rentals. Kimonos are like cultural like dresses that people wear. Like there's male and female kimonos. It's just yeah. And then there's the Red Tokyo Tower Digital Amusement Park, which is a basically virtual amusement park. Like there's different sections where you can go to and do like it's like high tech amusement. I yeah. There's the Ghibli Museum. Me and my family are really big fans of Studio Ghibli, which makes a lot of amazing movies. There's maki and tamari sushi making classes. There's a bunch of other like more basic sushi making lessons, but we eat sushi, so we want to have like a more advanced. Then there's Tokyo Disney Sea, which is the Disney World or Disneyland in Tokyo that I think is really awesome. And all of the pictures that I saw and all the reviews that I read, they look like they have a lot of fun. I actually have a friend that is in Tokyo right now, and she's right there, and she says it's really fun. Then there's the Yokohama Cup Noodle Museum. I just think that's really cool because that's something that we have here, and then it's like it kind of started in Japan with the noodles, and I just kind of think it'd be fun to see where it started from. And all those activities are just things that we can do. Like I said, I planned this for 2 weeks, so it's not like I want every day to have something. We can like alternate days where we want to do something fun, where we can relax. We can go walk around Shibuya and Shinjuku, like the big cities and stuff. Some important things to know or to do is to be respectful of everything because Japan is very clean and you just want to kind of keep that there, like not making it dirtier than we found it. Stay safe, follow Japanese courtesy. Like a courtesy that I kind of found was interesting was that they don't really tip because it's kind of like rude, I guess, and you should always clean up after yourself. Oh, and eating while walking is not um is not like respected, and then like no spitting on the floor, stuff like that. Just don't be rude, be respectful of your environment, and then have fun. Mm, yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Megan. Thank you so much. Thank you for volunteering to go first. I
Mhm.
feel like you set our standard for this evening. So Great job. I love the presentation. I thought it was lots of fun, right? I felt like your slides matched the kind of excitement or fun that you were trying to plan for your family on this vacation. So I love that. I love that you tied in a little bit about you in there, your interest in tourism and just traveling and helping others to develop that love for traveling. I really enjoyed your activities, right? They weren't just like the touristy things. You also really considered the culture of where you were and doing things that were related to that. So that's awesome. A lot of times we go on vacation and we forget to enjoy what makes that space or that place unique, right? And so I felt like you definitely included that in there. And absolutely knowing the culture of where you're going is absolutely important. I don't think you should just book a trip because everyone says that's the place to go. You need to do your research like you did so that you would know something like not tipping, as we might consider that something being rude. Here, it's not. And that's just something you would only know if you did your research. So I enjoyed your presentation. So thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Well, I'll chime in real quick. Excellent. I loved it. I loved it. It was thorough. It was informative. You hit all the points and you planned it well, especially when I was looking at some of the things that four people could do for $134 US. I was like, wow, that's it. I'm gonna plan this $10,000 trip. I might take your whole template, right, and just follow your design when I go to Japan. So it was excellent. Some things I would have thrown in there, I might have missed it and didn't see. Some of the airport codes. Like I didn't see the airport code for the Haneda.
Haneda, it
Yeah.
was HND. It was in
Okay, I
the
did see it.
parentheses.
Thank you. I did see it. Okay.
Mhm.
And but other than that, man, stellar job. Scholars,
Thank you.
you got any feedback for Megan? Javis?
Uh,
Shania? Okay, go ahead, Shania.
I can just say that she did a great job on the presentation. She did a lot of research.
Thank you.
You did a really good job and you covered everything.
Thank you.
Hi, Megan. I'm Miss Tiana. I also enjoyed your presentation. It was very thorough. Looked like you took a lot of time and you had great detail, great graphics and pictures. I love it. So very good job on that.
Thank you.
Hi, Isabel. This is Miss Megan. I'm sorry. Jeez, I'm sitting by Isabel, calling you Isabel. Hi, Megan. This is Miss Rosie, and I just wanted to commend you. I thought that was a very well put together presentation. Clearly, you took a lot of what we talked about in our class and you put it into your presentation. You added to it. You did your research. So I liked how you incorporated the conversion rates and how much money is the dollar to your yen. I agree with Chef Dre. There is certain information that is really pertinent that you don't want to forget when you're putting together a trip, right? So things as important as the codes, your airport codes, knowing exactly where we're going. And I may have missed it, but I think overall, very, very good job putting it all together. And you knew what you were talking about. You did your research, and so putting some of those tips in there about what we need to do in terms of customs and courtesies, because it's a culturally different environment for us. And so great job.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's keep it moving. Anyone volunteering to go next?
I can go, but I made a video and it's like a minute 35 instead of like just like a straight minute, if that's okay.
Not a problem. You
Okay.
actually get 1 to 2 minutes.
Oh, one it's okay. Okay. I was trying to I had to like shorten a lot of it because I thought it was like going over a limit. But okay, that's fine.
All right, hold on. You need to share your screen, correct?
Yeah, I will.
All right, Jake, you should be able to share your screen now.
First, you cut up a mango into chunks. You then add those chunks into a bowl for later. You add 4 teaspoons of gelatin when making this dish.
For the next part, you're gonna add your milk, okay? So you're gonna grab your milk.
I'll add 1 cup of milk to the gelatin. Add 4 more cups to a pot and heat. Now add 3/4 cups of sugar.
Alright, once the sugar has melted and you see some steam and you stir it enough, you add your milk and gelatin mixture. That's supposed to look like this consistency, like mashed potatoes.
Now add 1 can of coconut milk to the mix.
Alright, now that your mixture has been mixed and everything's good, you layer your mango on the tray. Alright, after mixing all of the liquids, all the milk, all the
Gelatin.
everything, and now pour it into the pan full of the mango. Alright, now you want to cover the rest of your milk jelly, coconut milk jelly. Now, my favorite part, we're going to put it in the fridge and let it cool overnight.
The result is solid, but extremely jiggly, just like Jell-O. Sorry, I don't like hearing myself.
I totally get it. I totally get it. But thank you so much.
The quality was a little bad, but I think it was because like just Zoom.
No, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry. You wanted to go first, Trey? It's okay.
No, go right ahead.
Okay. I enjoyed your video. What I wrote down, I was, of course, taking notes. I wrote down that your personality, right, is all throughout the video. And I feel like that's so important, right? We get a little snippet of who you are in the gist of you creating your recipe. So that's something that I absolutely loved. I love the background music. I like the balance, right? It wasn't just a dry video. You made sure to keep the viewer entertained as well as informing them of how to make your recipe. So I say great job. How did it taste though? We didn't see that part. We didn't see you enjoying your product.
Want a first-hand view?
Yeah, I'll taste that.
Oh, okay.
But overall, I thought you did a great job. I thought it was organized. I understood the directions of how to make your product. And like I said, your personality was all throughout, and I felt like that was important. So great job.
Hey, let them get a first-hand
Megan's getting some right now.
Here, I'll do it on my camera.
What? Okay.
Not the live tasting.
Tasting.
First time ever on SOAR Hospitality and Travel live tasting of the 1 minute
Whoa.
social media post.
It's one of my dad's
It's being
favorite.
recorded. All right.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's a 4th gone too.
Yeah,
Excellent.
my dad ate it all.
Well, that's saying something, right? That's
Yeah.
absolutely saying something. I think that means you did a great job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say from a culinary standpoint, that was a great 1 minute plus 1 to 2 minute video describing how to make that dish. Your personality definitely comes out in it, and I can say it's funny, and I can see the passion in making that particular dish. I'm assuming you've made that dish a few times before, Jake. Wait a minute, am I on mute? No, I'm assuming you've made that dish a few times, Jake.
My mom makes it, but I kind of just like took her recipe because I make it a lot.
Wow. So that was your first time making that?
Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say
Oh,
something. This
okay.
is first time making it.
Oh,
Oh, is this mom? Hey, mom. Oh, you're
Yes,
gonna need
Mom.
his microphone because we can't hear you. Your microphone through your headset, Jake.
Oh,
Just use my. Come on,
Oh,
right here.
oh, they were
It's through your
really
headset. So
funny.
when you took them off, we couldn't hear her through the mic.
Oh,
All
they
right,
were
Mom.
really funny.
Hello,
You
Miss
made me yell
Mom.
at them for taking an hour to make this video. It took about 10 minutes to make this recipe. It's actually very funny. They have all these crazy little things that they left out, I was screaming in the background. I said, hurry up, we're singing a song. And then they were trying really hard to make this a really good, fun video, and it tastes really good. I tried it the minute I walked in today.
Really good.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
awesome.
Yeah,
Nice
they
work,
did a good
Jake.
job. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, guys.
Excellent.
They have
Thanks,
so much
Mom,
fun.
for
Both of
chiming
them
in.
did. Huh?
I said, thanks, Mom, for chiming in. We appreciate that.
Anytime.
You want some, Chef Dre? I couldn't
you
give
know
you
what?
my watermelon last time. You can have some of the jelly here.
Thank you.
I have an extra one with no mango. You can have it.
Okay, cool. Thank you, thank you. Other than that, Jake, great presentation. Definitely YouTube worthy.
I was gonna say really quickly, we have to jump off to do our journals for the evening with our scholars here, but I thoroughly enjoyed the video. It was very, entertaining and really easy to follow and to watch and to take down the recipe. And I literally was just sitting here like, oh my gosh, I'm about to make that when I get home because I love mango and I love Jello. So the combination was just ideal for me. Very, very good. I love the music. I'm echoing everything Miss Chastity and Chef Dre said. Great job on that, and can't wait to taste it. I'm gonna need you guys to freeze some of that for us. So when we meet, we'll have some. But great job, everybody. Or great job, Jake.
Thank you.
Yes, Jake, I agree. Very good video and excellent presentation. Very thorough as well, and a lot of, the fact that it took an hour, I can believe that. But it was really well put together. So great job.
Yeah, I'm very good at baking.
Awesome. All right. Do we have our next volunteer?
Scholars, any feedback for Jake?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Sorry.
He did really good on making the jello. I think it was a cool recipe. Maybe I should give it a go.
Thank you. Yes, it's not too hard to make, but it took us a lot longer because we were being stupid. But yeah, shouldn't be too hard to make.
It seemed like a fun recipe, and it was like a fun video to watch.
Were y'all able to hear Javis?
I said it seemed like a cool recipe, and it was a fun video to watch.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Yeah, it was very fun to help him make too. It was actually really nice.
All right, back to you, Chess.
Awesome. Do we have our next volunteer? It's either Shania or Javis. Who would like to go next?
Can I go next?
Absolutely.
All right, Shania, you have the ability to share.
Wait, how am I supposed to wait, how am I supposed to share my screen? Got it open? You gotta hit the share.
Yeah, somewhere towards the bottom middle of your screen, you should see a little green arrow that says share screen. I did make a host. I did. All right, the presentation was up for a moment, but then you disappeared.
No, my presentation was not actually there yet. I'm just trying to figure out how to share my actual presentation. Did you open it? No, I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. Excuse me 1 second. You let the next person go and then report up.
I said a moment ago you were sharing your screen.
Okay, so do it today, share. Share with. That's it.
All right. I see your whiteboard.
Here's your presentation.
But this is the whiteboard for Zoom.
Oh.
See? It's the whiteboard for Zoom.
Oh,
So somehow you shared the whiteboard feature, which is usually on the far right, as opposed to the share screen feature.
yeah, I just don't know how to do that. Let's do it this. Okay, now we're going to the now.
Usually when you share, you have to select the screen you want to share. Do you see that option?
No, I don't see the screen that I want to share on there at all. Okay, so
Hmm.
share, see, we keep pressing whiteboard. That's not what I want.
Are you on your phone or on your tablet?
My tablet.
And tell me what you have going across the bottom of your screen. It should say like mute, video, security, share screen, whiteboard.
It doesn't, I don't know how I'm supposed to. Okay, it's share document. Okay, we're gonna have to change something here because it won't allow it.
Okay. Javis, we'll let
We're
you
gonna
go.
sign out.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna let
sign out.
Javis go. Yep, and if it doesn't work, she sent me the slide presentation. I'll pull it up and we can just go from there if you can't figure it out. Cool.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All righty.
This first, let's change.
All right, Javis, you ready? Javis, what do you mean? I know you have your presentation ready.
I only have like my flight information and stuff. I don't have the activities.
Okay, so how soon before you'll be able to have it done?
Not long.
Not long? So you think you'll be able to have it done by the time Shania comes back and does her presentation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, we will take 1 second. All right, Shania, whenever you're ready, go through your presentation and then I will pull up the next slide for you.
Okay, I'm Shania and this is my travel project. My travel itinerary about the Dominican Republic. You can go to the next slide. I'm going to the Dominican Republic because I think that'll be lots of fun and I get to go somewhere new and try something different. I'll be flying to the DR from the EWR airport in Newark, New Jersey, and I'll meet my groupmates there. You yeah, okay. So the hotel to stay in for my vacation is the Atlantic Guest House in the city, San Domingo, Dominican Republic. The places I could rent for my vacation in the Dominican Republic is a hotel. The fun things that I can do in the DR that I absolutely love to do is to go sightseeing, visiting some tourist attractions in Santo Domingo, for example, also historical buildings, museums, and checking out the Chinatown markets. Also going to some free jazz concerts and sample some really delicious chocolate at a chocolate factory. Then I'll be playing chess with the locals and taking dance classes, and there's so many fun things to do in San Domingo. You can keep up. So my vacation in Santo Domingo will be for 2 weeks. The cost and the cost and date of my vacation is from July 1st to July 15th, and the amount of money that we're going to need to pay for the hotel is $30 per night, which equals $532 in total. Okay. My budget for the trip in the Dominican Republic is between $799 and $5,335. And the amount of money I'll pay on my trip, on my 2-week trip, is $2,049. And the 2 weeks on this trip will allow me and my group mates enough time to visit between 3 to 5 places. And if we are on budget, we might want to consider some more affordable places to go in the Dominican, places such as Santo Domingo and Caparate. I will start saving money for the trip 6 months to a year before the trip. Then I will be getting a travel reward card 5 months before I go on my trip to the Dominican Republic. Oh, okay, that's good. I may switch to no fee ATM cards, so I won't have any fees in my cards while I'm on vacation in the DR. Things go back up a slide. Oh, go down a little bit. Okay, that's good. I'm going to stay focused and inspired so I don't become sad on my vacation to the Dominican Republic. So a last minute deal in Santo Domingo could be a book stay in a certain hotel that I could book in the last minute. I will book my flight and accommodations to for my trip and then make it public a year before I will start the trip. I will be planning my activities 3 months before my trip to the Dominican Republic. Okay. Yes. I'll be telling my car companies that I'll be traveling to the Dominican Republic 6 months before, so I don't have fees on my credit and debit cards. Yeah. I will start packing up my things and clothes for my trip 2 months before, which is before my trip actually starts. Oh, yeah. I'm planning on buying travel insurance 3 months before I'm ready to go on my vacation to the Dominican flight because it can cover medical costs, lost and stolen luggage expenses, and many other things as well. So I will be enjoying my trip because I get to do things that I've never done before, meet new friends while on vacation. And I promise myself that I'm going to have fun on this vacation.
Awesome. All right, we're going to switch it up this time. Let's get some feedback from our scholars first. You can feel free to unmute.
Okay, so I really like how you planned with all your money. I spotted some flaws with my presentation when I was watching yours. I didn't include the dates in which I planned everything. When I looked everything up, I did, but then I just didn't put it into my presentation. I really like that you have everything planned like that, like all the money, telling your bank that you're going to be traveling so it doesn't look like fraud. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you so much.
Go
I
ahead, Jay.
appreciate it.
I sorry. I think that you. Sorry, my sister's thing was playing. I think you did a really good job of planning. You were able to prepare everything just in case of anything, like the no fee ATM stuff, the things you're gonna do there, what you're gonna do there, the specific times and dates of the trip.
Okay.
And you're very like thought out and planned out for your trip.
I appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much.
You
No
thought of
problem.
a lot of stuff, and I thought your trip planning was really good. And like consulting like the insurance if stuff got lost or stolen. I like that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, board members, feel free. Anyone? Feedback?
Sure, I'll chime in. Shania, you did a great job. Very outlined. You're definitely focused on your money. I will say that. You're gonna make sure that you have enough money to get in the country, get out of the country. Anything happens during the time while you're there, preparing 2 to 3 months in advance. I mean, packing your clothes 2 months in advance. I might start doing that, right? And just let it sit in the closet for 2 months, right? But overall, it was a great presentation. Some things I would have liked to have seen in there would be some of the things that you found in the DR to do, as opposed to just we're going to do some things in the DR. I would like you to say, hey, we're going snorkeling, or we're going sailing, or we're going to these fancy restaurants, right? I would have liked to have seen that in addition to it if you're doing any excursions and things of that nature. But besides that, it's great. Oh, and for your presentation, I know you have a great memory. So work a little bit more on your memorization, not necessarily reading what's on your slide, but being able to have a conversation when you're explaining your presentation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
All right, cool. That's it for me. Tiana, I saw you come off mute.
Yes. Great job, Shania. You guys, listen, I'm gonna need a travel agent soon. And the details that we put into these presentations were amazing. So excellent job on that. You were very detailed, Shania. You planned way ahead. I need to take notes on that myself. But it was a good job. I liked it. Very good.
Yes, and briefly, I'm going to chime in and say, agree with what everyone has been saying. Yes, very detailed presentation. I can tell that you truly sat down and you put in some work to do the research about this country, and about what would make the travel the smoothest, right? Because no one wants to travel and have issues. So I can tell you were kind of anticipating if something happens, then what can I do about it? And that's the smartest thing to do. I agree with Chef Dre. I thought maybe some of your slides could have been combined right? And instead of the paragraph, just put bullets and then you elaborate on the bullet, right? Remember, you're having a conversation with the viewers. We're not reading your slides. We want to pay attention to you. We want to listen to what you have to say. And I was going to say to check the budget because $800 and $5,000 are two totally different kind of trips. So just maybe sit down and evaluate what kind of trip are you anticipating. And my only last thing that I was curious about is if you anticipated the language barrier going to DR. I've been to DR, but when I go with my best friend who speaks Spanish. So just something to think about when creating that itinerary.
Okay. Thanks.
Problem. Thank you.
Last but certainly not least, Miss Chavis. You need permission to share your screen?
Yes, I do.
All right, hold on. Screen sharing is on.
Okay. Wait, how do I do it? Okay. Share screen.
Say that one more time.
I'm sharing it right now.
Ooh, Hawaii. Let's go. All right. Go ahead, Javis.
Okay. So this is my trip to Kauai, which is in Hawaii, an island in Hawaii.
Okay,
And
you're far away from your microphone. It's not just me, right?
No, I was going to unmute and tell you also if you can either get close to your mic or speak up a little louder.
Whenever I first went to Hawaii, I was like, it was just really pretty there. And especially the like sunsets in the morning that we saw, and we obviously took a lot of pictures, but you can't really swim like in all of the beaches because of course it's an island and there's a lot of like volcanic rock that could really like hurt you and like cut your legs up and stuff. So we couldn't really do that. So we just swam at the pool at the hotel. But there was plenty to do, and I was never like bored because we could always find something to do. But something about Hawaii is it's really, really, really expensive there, especially with buying groceries. Buying like a bag of chips and like some bread or juice or something was maybe like $140 something, which is why I wouldn't go there. Like I wouldn't want to live there. Um, I decided that this trip should be an all girls trip, so I decided to take my mom and my sister. Um, for our flight, we'll leave Orlando around, well, we have to leave way earlier to check our bags and go through TSA and stuff and obviously wait, but our flight departs at 10 a.m. on August 28th. We're flying with Delta, and after we check our bags, we can get on our plane and head to LAX, which is in California, and that's a 4-hour flight. And then when we get to California, obviously get our bags, more waiting. And then from LAX, we go to Lihue Airport. And then after waiting, we got our bags and we took a bus to this lot where we got our own van so we could, like drive around by ourselves and like not have someone with us 24/7. So we got our van and we went to our hotel. And then I just added the rest of the flight information so I wouldn't have to add it later. But whenever we left, we went back to Lihue Airport and then we flew to Honolulu and then we flew to Salt Lake City and then we flew back to Orlando on September 6th. The hotel we booked was the Point at Poipu. It was the Hilton Vacation Club. And we booked it for 8 nights. So we checked in on August 28th and we checked out September 5th. For a lot of like activities and excursions we did, we like obviously asked the concierge like what there was to do, and he was very informative, and he was the one that actually suggested that we should go on a 5-mile hike around Shipwreck Beach, but it was actually really nice. For some of our excursions, which we did the 5-mile hike, which I just talked about, but it was worth it because we got to this cave and it was just really like nice, and obviously like the history with it was cool. I guess it was some tribe that lived there and they would take shelter there from storms. Um and then we got to go to a beach after we hiked back. This didn't cost us anything. Actually, we got kind of lost while we were hiking, but we met this really nice guy named Mark that had a map on his phone, so he like helped us get to where we needed to go. And then our next excursion was riding ATVs through the mountains of Kipu. Obviously, it was a bunch of like dirt and clay, so we had to get extra clothes that we didn't like bring with us, so we could just like get those dirty and not care. And this cost $874 for the three of us. And on just like a little basic day that we didn't have anything planned for, we went to a beach in Hawaii. We visited Hanalei Bay, which was like, it was such a pretty beach. And this is one of the beaches that you could actually swim in the water. Me and my sister, we saw lots of fish, and after we went shopping, which was really fun, and they had a really cool souvenirs, but they were obviously expensive like everything else. The last excursion we did was the Nepali coast tour with Blue Ocean Adventures that included a fast and exciting boat ride. At the end, they gave us like snacks. They gave us pineapple and like chips and stuff after we finished snorkeling. And I saw a lot of really cool like corals and stuff and a lot of really different fish. After we were done, we had to pack up our stuff like really early because we couldn't miss the checkout deadline, which was at 10. We also had to return our van to the lot and also be picked up by the bus to head back to the airport. And that's it. We headed back to the airport and went home.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, I'm going to let the feedback begin with our scholars, so just feel free to unmute yourselves and give your feedback.
Your trip planning was very like precise. Like you were able to say everything you did specifically, which is like it's very well thought out. If you like exactly this and that, and oh, I'm gonna go to this place, I'm gonna go to that place. It's good that you prepared this much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. I really like how much planning you put into it. Your slides are also really pretty, and I want to go there. Yeah, I want to go there. I want to go there.
Thank you.
I agree with what everyone was saying, and I I think the presentation was really good, and I actually want to go there as well. It sounds like a fun place, so I hope I can go there.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
really
exciting.
nice. Thank you.
Maybe I can go to the beach.
Well, I'll chime in, Javis. I like the way you put that together when you were like, oh, I'm not quite finished, but I'll be finished by the end of Shania's presentation. I was expecting something a little more thrown together than actually well thought out. So you impressed me. I appreciate you for that. That was excellent.
Thank
It also impressed me because I visited that island before. And it took me back when you do the itinerary, because it's been, I don't know, probably about 20 years since I've been there. It was a good trip down memory lane of the beauty of going to Hawaii and having that great detail that you used in it. You laid out all your cost. I think it's incredible that you got 3 people for $949 in Hawaii. $949 is the price of one person for one day sometimes in Hawaii. So, I know you probably went to your price lines and your kayaks and called in favors to get that kind of discount. But very impressed with that. You had a ton of airport codes in there. So well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, Jarvis, very good presentation. Now, you really went there or that
Yes,
was
I've been there. I went there last
okay?
September.
Okay, because I was like, wow, she put that together, whole storyline and everything. No, it was really good. I wish I could get to Hawaii one day, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and enjoyed the detail that you put into it. So, and you actually surprised me too. I know you said you needed a minute, but I wasn't expecting it to be so put together, and it really was. So, great job on that. Good comeback.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm just going to piggyback and agree with what everyone is saying. Same thing. Like I enjoyed your slides. I enjoyed the presentation. I felt like it was more of a trip recall than a trip itinerary. So that was a little like your own little spin on it. So I think I appreciate that view of it, speaking, that the trip is already completed, but here's the itinerary of what we did, and people can still learn. We can still pull from that. So I did appreciate your point of view. Um, what else did I jot down? Oh yeah, I'm with Dre when I thought about that price for your ticket, because I've also been to Hawaii and I was like, that was not the price of my ticket, but I'm glad you guys were able to catch a deal. It's very beautiful. So I know words are hard to explain what you saw because that is an absolutely beautiful place. But I feel like you did a great job. So much so that people hear your presentation and they want to visit Hawaii. So nice job.
Thank you so much.
Chastity, that is it.
I know, that's everyone. I put my head down to see who's next. I'm jotting notes and that's it. That was everyone.
That is everyone. Give yourself a round of applause.
We're at 7:38. Nice work, guys. Really nice.
So definitely thank you for being a part of this series. The summer series is near and dear to my heart because I'm a chef and it's hospitality and travel. And I appreciate you being with me for these 4 weeks, embracing the instructors, having forgiving hearts, with the instructors. I appreciate everything that you have done in this 4 weeks. I love the presentations. I'm glad you guys took some time to actually put it together.
Yes.
I understand this is a summer program. You already just finished school, and many of you could have did a worse job. Many of you could have just kind of put something together, just say you completed the course. And all of you actually took some time to put some stuff together and have a strong presentation. So I'm definitely happy and impressed about that. And graduation will be next Tuesday, the 23rd. So excited to see all of you there on the 23rd. And on the 23rd, we will reveal who is our top scholar from this cohort. And Chastity, you want to talk a little bit more about the top scholar?
Absolutely. It's something that we love to be able to do. The board members, we take into consideration all the weeks that we shared with you guys, just your attendance, everything that I've gone over before each session. Like when I say these are the things that we're looking for, these are the things that we're looking for. It's absolutely what we think about when we're talking about selecting our top scholar. And this presentation right here also plays a part. So we sit down, we talk about the presentations, we talk about strengths, and we really just get excited that we're able to honor our scholars and just choose one that stood out the most for this session. So, and then we meet up together for our wonderful gala and we present you with, a nice certificate, acknowledgement, and maybe some other things. I don't know.
And you get an opportunity to qualify for our internships. So Shania has been a part of our business and entrepreneurship cohort. And because of that, being a top scholar over there, she had the opportunity to be invited to Barbados, which is where we are now. We've been to Barbados since July 7th, 2 weeks down here in Barbados. So now you will be eligible once the board talks to qualify for an internship. And the next one is probably going to be Costa Rica. So we're going to have a lot of fun in Costa Rica. And then we're definitely going to return to Barbados because this is where it started for me and Rosie as far as hospitality and travel is concerned. And so we look forward to having you. And it's been an honor and a pleasure to be with you here today. Man, you guys are awesome. Chaz, I turn it back to you.
Absolutely. And look out for our other cohorts, I should say cohorts, or our other programs that we put on throughout the year. You guys are with us during the summer, but we also host other sessions throughout the year. So we will be in touch with you guys so that you have that opportunity to sign up. Always look out for us. We're going to keep in touch with our scholars. We say it all the time, once a scholar, always a SOAR scholar. We like to keep in touch with our scholars. In fact, I know there are some out there in Barbados right now, some scholars, and they've completed more than one course with us. Our scholars like to come back. Oh, that's yes. I saw it in the chat. Excellent job. Yes, Tiana, excellent job for all our scholars. And thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for staying consistent and committed. Thank you for all the participation. And thank you just for making it a great couple of weeks that we shared together. Do you guys have anything that you would like to say before we end tonight?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Always. Tiana, didn't want to leave you out.
As I stated in the chat, excellent job, everyone. This was my one and only call, unfortunately, because I had some previous things I was working on myself, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm just going to go ahead and say that in my time of being on these calls and in these meetings, these sessions, this was the most impressive presentation wise. I'm just going to say it. I'm sorry, y'all. You really showed great work, and I'm like over here like, wow, okay, somebody really put in the work. So excellent job, and nice knowing you through I usually am the one who texts you guys to remind you of the classes, so you can put the name and the face together right now. But it's very nice meeting you all, and great job. Great job.
I totally agree with Tiana as far as these presentations. You guys help to raise the bar, right, of what we know that now what our scholars can do. So thank you very much just for showing up, for being here, and for giving it your best. We can tell the effort that went into the work, and we appreciate it.
Yep, we most certainly do. And with that being said, we're going to deliberate, watch the videos again, and choose a top scholar. You guys will know at graduation, so make sure you're there. It's going to be the 23rd. It will be at 6:30 on the 23rd, 6:30 to 7:30. And we will go from there.
Yes. Any questions from anyone before we all say goodnight?
I do have a question. So graduation is on the 23rd, and that's Zoom, right?
Yes.
And then what's the gala that you guys were talking about?
Yes. So the gala we do every year in New Jersey. So we bring all the scholars from all over the country in to receive their awards for graduating from either the B&E, H&T, or a combination of both. And we have guest speakers, we have presentations, photo booth, we eat well. Yeah, we eat well, and you get an opportunity to meet all the other scholars from the other programs, right? Because it's 4 of you here, but I have 14 scholars that are here right now that Shania has met, but none of you have met. And then we have our previous scholars. We have I know we're up to probably 130 previous scholars between the 3 years or so. So you'll get the opportunity to meet, current scholars, new scholars, top scholars. We also have an executive. Yeah, we have an executive board award that we give to a shining star that may not have hit all the marks, but was so excellent we had to recognize it in addition to the top scholar. So, and that gala is free to you. It's like I say, it's usually in New Jersey at Rutgers University, and it should be the same for this year. And you'll get information about that because you'll get an invite. Now, your parents will have to pay. Parents will have to pay, but you as members of the cohort, you'll be able to come for free.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
And I actually do know one more of the scholars that's with you, Sierra Favis.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's your cousin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Sierra's your cousin.
No,
And
no,
Miss
yeah.
Isabel's your aunt. So you do know
Yes.
something good.
Yeah.
So you don't know the other 12. How about that?
No. Just her. Just one.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Well,
thank you.
if there's nothing else, Chaz, you have anything else?
No, that's it for me. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful night.
Excellent. Thank you, Tiana, as well.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night, everyone.
Stop recording.